Welcome to the wonderful world of Young Living Essential Oils. I'm excited to be here and share some information with you. It's only going to take us about 15 minutes and just going to give you a real good heads up on who we are, what we believe in, what we're doing here. And I just want to say up front, if you would like to get started at any point during this event, you get excited, you want more information, please contact the person who sent you this link. They'll be able to help you out on your journey. So I always think that if somebody's going to speak into my life, I want to know who they are and where they're coming from. So I want to share my story before we get going. My name is Shannon Hudson. I am a diamond with Young Living Essential Oils. I enrolled back in February 2007. And I always like to tell people I was enrolled against my will. I really wanted nothing to do with the company. I knew it was a network marketing company, and that was a real turnoff. I didn't want to do sales. I knew there was just lots of things I didn't like. And quite frankly, I didn't like the smell of the oils. The first oil I was introduced to was oregano, and to this day, I think oregano smells like dirty socks. It's not an oil that I really care for. So I wasn't interested. I also wasn't in a spot where I wanted to change who and what I was. I had my head in the sand. I had the goggles on. I had the earmuffs on. I just wanted to go about life the way it was. I truly believed I was one of those people that honestly in my heart believed that if you ate a donut with a diet soda, you were canceling out the calories. Everything was good. You could just smooth it out. And that's how I was living my life. We had all kinds of stuff going on, stuff my mom, homeschool mama for. We're busy people. I was cleaned houses for a living and just so many different things, cleaned for doctors. And I wasn't in a spot where I cared. But my friend, Sherry Lead, my stalker, she didn't stop sharing. She had had some phenomenal experience with Young Living, and she just kept telling me over and over and over for months. She told me over and over, Shannon, you just got to try these oils. You have to experience them for yourself. You just got to try it. She's the one that let me smell that oregano. And I wasn't interested. But after months of her pestering me, I finally one day said, fine, here. And we put what's called the raindrop oils. We took those and she put those on my neck, just on my neck and shoulders. And I'm telling you what, I did it kicking and screaming. I didn't like the smell. I'm like, oh, Sherry, that's disgusting. I'm like, what does that taste? I can taste that in my mouth. I mean, it was this whole big kerfuffle. You're getting it in my hair. You got it all over my shirt. I just complained the whole time. But I'm here to tell you, 25 minutes later, woo! My eyes were opened. It was a complete change in my entire system. I felt completely different, legitimately in 25 minutes. There was just radical and dramatic changes in my body. And I knew, I had no doubt in my mind that I would spend the rest of my life helping everybody else. Because see, the thing is that we all have our head in the sand at some point. We're all at different spots in our journey. You may be saying, diet soda, she drank diet soda, oh no. And some of you might be saying, what's wrong with diet soda? Because we're all in different places. And I knew that my story would entail helping other people, that I would spend the rest of my life letting people know that we're supposed to feel amazing, that life is supposed to be good, that we're supposed to feel energy, that we're supposed to have this amazing optimal health. And that's what I want to share with the world. That's what I want to tell people. And Young Living, I'm telling you what, we have an amazing mission statement. With Young Living, we honor our stewardship to champion nature's living energy, essential oils, by fostering a community of healing and discovering while inspiring individuals to wellness, purpose, and abundance. And I adore those words. Wellness, purpose, and abundance. Isn't that what we're all looking for? We want to live a life of amazing wellness. You want to have a life that's filled with purpose. And we need abundance in every area of our life. We're not just talking financial abundance, although that's a piece of it, but we're talking spiritual abundance, abundance of friends, and abundance. That's what we want to have a life of. And our founders, Gary Young is the founder of Young Living. He is the discoverer. He's the visionary. He's the one that has found our farms. He was actually introduced back in 1985 was his first touch with essential oils. And then we have Mary Young, who is our CEO, and she is just their beautiful partner, Gary and Mary Young, and they work together and they both work with their strengths, and that's who is the head of our company. And like I said, Gary was introduced back in 1985. He started our first farms in 1989, and Young Living was established in 1994, and we now have offices all around the world, farms all around the world, and we'll do a little bit more talk on that in a minute. And you can hear about Young Living and where we came from. You can do research on your own. You can go to our website and hear our story. It's just exciting. Now this picture right here, this is a couple of things. Number one, Gary's vision, that founder of ours, when he first started, his vision was Young Living essential oils in every home in the world. every home in the world, because he knew that if we get oils in every home in the world, we would change a generation. In other words, this isn't just for me. This isn't just for you. This is for my children. I'm a homeschool mom of 4. This is for my kids' kids. This is for my kids' kids' kids. This is what we want to pass on, a new way, a vibrant, optimal health, instead of living with a life that isn't optimal. We want that vitality and energy moving through us all the time. That's what we're talking about. And when you look on this sheet there, you can see the different colors. Each color was talking about a different aspect of what we have. We've got home offices, we've got farms, we have all kinds of different things were on that map right there. And we are truly the world leader in essential oils. The world leader. For over 20 years, we have been the world leader in essential oils. And when you hear of other oil companies, one thing that each and every one of them will have in common, each of them, is that somewhere in their literature, somewhere on their website, they'll have something that says, as good as Young Living, but. And I want to tell you, the but, it's right here. It is our seed to seal process. At Young Living, our seed to seal process sets us apart from everybody else. We start right with our seeds. We know the genus, we know the species, we know where they came from. We only have the highest quality seeds that we use, those that will produce the highest quality essential oils. And then we have the cultivation. Cultivation is what we do to the soil before we put anything in it, what we do to the soil when our seeds are in the soil, and what we do after, during the harvest, that whole process. And with cultivation, Young Living, we do things a little bit different. With Young Living in our farms, you know what we do for weeds? We actually go in there and we get on our hands and knees and we pull weeds. And if you want, as a guest, you can come at any time, as anybody can go, and you can work and partner at our farms and see our farms. We don't hide anything. And cultivation is even when we choose to distill the plants. So plants are very picky. Some things have to be picked during the day. Some stuff has to be later in the day. Some stuff has to be picked and then laid out to dry for a while. Some stuff has to be picked and put directly into the distilleries. Each plant has its own personality and its own needs, and we follow those needs. We have things like our Palo Santo trees. Those are in our in Ecuador, and it's a Palo Santo tree. There's beautiful forests. I've been able to be there. And the Palo Santo tree literally has to fall on its own in the woods, and it has to lay there for years before it has all its constituents. That's a word you're going to want to write down. You're going to hear a lot about that. Constituents simply mean all the parts and pieces that are inside that essential oil that work on the cell of our body. That's the parts and pieces, so constituents. But if we don't distill it the right way, or we harvest it too soon, or we don't follow nature's plan for it, we don't have all the parts and pieces. So then we go to our distilleries. With Young Living, each of our farms have a distillery, and that's because some of those plants have to be picked and taken right to a distillery. We can't ship it across the country and wait for it. We even have partner farms that we work with that we partner with on distilleries, and each plant, even being distilled, has to be distilled at different temperatures for a different amount of time to get all the parts and pieces. And then we go to testing. We test, even during the distillation process, we take portions out and we test those oils, not only in our own labs, but in other labs, to make sure that we're coming up with the same standards, that we have all those parts and pieces. That's an important thing. And we test continually. We do all kinds of tests, and we're just not making sure ours is perfume grade. Perfume grade is about the smell. And I want you to know, with Young Living, we're not about the smell. As a matter of fact, we have some oils that just quite frankly stink. I told you my opinion of oregano. It just doesn't smell good. We've got a few other I don't care for. We have things like ruta. Ruta, to me, not a good smell, but it's not about the smell. It's what it does in the cell. That's the reason why we test. That's the reason why we're so cautious on the distillation, how we cultivate, the seeds that we start with, and then our seal. Our seal is how it's packaged, what it goes in, the containers it says, what's put in the containers beforehand, and that you know that in our bottles, the only thing you're getting is essential oil. We don't add anything. We don't take anything away. We don't add toxins. We don't add extra chemicals to make it smell better, because it's not about the smell. Remember, it's all about the cell. And I wish we had one more, because that's 5 levels. And I wish we had one more, because that last one is we are a network marketing company. We are a multi-level marketing company, a friend to friend, mom to mom, whatever you want to call it, relationship marketing. But that piece, that last piece, that's a piece that I didn't like. That's one that turned me off. But the truth is, essential oils are not common knowledge. If you get your oils, you don't have any clue what to do with them. And with Young Living's network marketing MLM program, we're able to train and teach friend to friend, mom to mom, dad to dad, And that is a key component in what we do with Young Living. And I wish that was a part of our seed to seal, but we'll just throw it in there. So what exactly is an essential oil? An essential oil is the substances that are derived from the plants. It comes from the leaves, the bark, the roots, different things. And each one has its own natural smells and characteristics. They're extracted primarily through steam distillation. We talked a little bit about that. So they're potent, volatile, and versatile. Versatile is really big. You're going to see that on some of the ones that we chit-chat here for a few minutes. So how do you use essential oils? Well, there's 3 ways. You can breathe them in. That's called aromatic. You can apply them to the skin. That's called topical. And you can ingest them. And that's called dietary. So there's 3 different ways that you can use our oils, and we're going to talk about aromatically first. The first thing you can do is you can just open up a bottle and you can smell it. Just take a nice deep breath from that. You can take that and breathe it in. You can also put it into a diffuser. Now this is our Aria diffuser that you see on the screen, but when you get started, you will get your own diffuser. You'll get a different one. In that diffuser, you're just going to put a couple of drops of oil in, and that's going to put the oil up into the air in really small particles. So you're smelling it and it just hovers in the air for you. So you have that beautiful experience for a long period of time. You can also throw them on cotton balls, like put them in your kids' pockets or their backpack so they can smell them all day long. That's aromatically. And there's some people, there's some schools of thought, some certifications that you can get that say that's all you can do. You can just breathe them in. They're aromatherapy. That's all you can do. But with Young Living, that seed to seal process we talked about, we're so much more. Because with Young Living, not only can you breathe our beautiful oils, but you can put them on topically. You can take those oils and you can put them in your hand and you can rub them wherever you like. You can rub them on your neck, you can rub them on your back, your belly, your feet. You can just take those and apply as needed wherever you would like to put those oils. And that's beautiful because we don't add anything, we don't take anything away. We get amazing absorption when we're applying it directly to the skin. And then our last way, internally. Again, that's dietary supplement. So you can put that, as you see here, it's being put into a cup of tea. You can also put it into a little capsule, put a couple drops in there. You could put a vegetable oil in there, like a V6 to help dilute that a little bit. You can put it on a piece of bread and some rice milk. You can just put it directly in your food. That's all ways that we can take these internally. And I want you to know on your bottles, it will tell you whether it is topical, internal, or aromatic, and you can read that directly on the bottles. You can also see that on our website. So there's lots of spots you can get information on that. And on your essential oil journey, I highly recommend that you go do some research, discover for yourself, because this is a lifestyle. This is a journey. This is using your oils, using your supplements, using your healthcare products throughout your life. Lots of different things you can do. So take some time, go home and research, find some information, some things to guide you on your journey on how to use your oils. So the best way to get started, and what most people do, is with our premium starter kit. And this is a quickie shot of it. This is, you can see there's a diffuser on there, so you'll get a diffuser. Sometimes it changes, but that's the diffuser. You're going to get a big group of oils. Now these oils, these are our foundational oils. These are the ones that you're going to want to make sure that you use 3 times a day, whether it is topical, internal, or whether you're just going to breathe them in. You're just going to take a couple drops and use them 3 times a day. You and everybody in your family, that's what your body needs. It also has a few samples of Ninja Red. We're not going to get into Ninja Red today, but it's a phenomenal product. Type that in your computer, Ninja Red, see what it can do for you. I might come back and do a little video just on the Ninja Red. All right, so then we're going to talk about just a few of the oils. We're obviously not going to get to the whole kit, but I'm going to do a quickie overview for you. So one of the oils is lavender. Lavender is a beautiful, amazing oil. This is one that everybody needs to have in your home. This helps you to unwind and relax by adding just a few drops. You can put it in your bath if you wanted to. You can diffuse it for a fresh, clean scent and to eliminate odors. I like to use that like in my basement or in the bathrooms. That helps with the odors. I love doing that. It can also help with minor skin irritations. You can apply that topically, 2 to 4 drops directly to the desired area. And it's also one you can use aromatically. So you can diffuse it for 1 hour, 3 times a day. You're going to find so many different ways that you're going to fall in love with lavender and different things you're going to use them for. Peppermint. Peppermint's another one of those. This is one of the oldest and most highly regarded herbs for supporting normal digestion. It helps to promote healthy bowel function. It maintains efficiency of your digestive tract. It can support performance during exercise. And this one is a dietary supplement. So you're going to take 2 drops, Put it in a capsule, take it a couple of times a day or as needed. It's a delicious oil. This one is also one you can put like in a warm cup of tea. It's fantastic. I know I have friends that like to put it in their ice water and just sip it all day. So this is a beautiful oil. You can eat it. You can put it in your foods. You can put it in some dressings. You can put it in some delicious desserts. I'm just saying, dark chocolate and coconut, need a little bit of peppermint. All right, then we've got lemon. Lemon is one of those oils you're just going to become addicted to. The scent itself is an amazing scent. It takes 75 lemons to make a 15 ml bottle of lemon essential oil. That is some serious concentration of lemon going on there. It includes the naturally occurring constituent limonene. And limonene is the one I said, you know, you have to do some research. I would love for you to type that word into your Google bar and just type in the health benefits that can happen with limonene. It also enhances the flavor of foods and water. This is also a dietary supplement, so you can take a couple drops, put it in a capsule, a couple times a day as needed, and you can also just drink it. Put it in your water, put it in your tea, put it in your food, your salads, different things. Just make sure, what did I say? At least 3 times a day, just take the moment to experience what lemon can do for you. The next one is frankincense. And frankincense is one most of us are familiar with. When we think of essential oils, that one pops into our head. Frankincense can help smooth the appearance of healthy looking skin. It has a beautiful earthy balsamic scent. It's just a delicious scent. You can diffuse it during meditation for grounding purposes. And this one has been used throughout history for meditation and religious rituals. So it's a great one for that. You can use it for massage after activity. This is a topical oil, so you can apply a couple of drops directly to the desired area, and then you can use it aromatically. You can diffuse it for an hour 3 times a day. So it's a beautiful oil. You can just take that, apply it to the skin, give a little love, and just deep breathe that beautiful aroma right in. Then we've got Thieves. Thieves is one of the exciting ones. This one helps to support a healthy immune function. Do we all want a healthy immune function? And that's when it's taken orally. It's phenomenal oil. It can contribute to overall wellness when taken as a dietary supplement. So this, again, this is a food. This is something you can consume. It includes eucalyptus radiata, which may help maintain a healthy respiratory system when taken as a dietary supplement. So you can go on, again, do some research, do some studying. This is just a really quickie just to give you an idea of what you're going to get when you get started with us as a family. We've got purification. Purification freshens the air and eliminates odors. And I'm telling you what, this is another one that I like to have in my diffuser down in the basement. This is one that I like to use like on pet beds because that helps with the odors. It's just a beautiful oil for that. I also like to use it so that I can enjoy the outdoors annoyance-free. This is one that it's topical, so I can just take a few drops, rub it in my hands, rub it in my arms and my legs, and I can go outside and I don't have to worry about anything irritating me, which is awesome. We also like to put it in a diffuser on the table when we're sitting outside to have dinner, because it keeps our environment annoyance-free as well. You can add it to the Animal Sense ointment to moisturize the skin. It contains some amazing constituents, those parts and pieces we were talking about. You can type all of those in and see what they do. This is one you can diffuse 30 minutes 3 times a day. Again, basement is a great location to have your purification diffusing, because that smell that you get in the basement, you know, we live in Michigan, so we get the wet basements, and this really helps with that. And again, apply it directly to your skin. It's just a phenomenal oil. Oh, Panaway. Panaway is one you can apply topically after exercise. It has a very stimulating aroma to it. You're going to want to add a little bit of V6 and apply it anywhere for aromatic experience. This is one of our best-selling blends. It has peppermint, wintergreen, clove, and helichrysum. So it's a phenomenal oil. Then you've got Stress Away. I don't know what it is with this blend, but every time you say that word, you feel like you just got to take a nice deep breath and relax. This is a unique blend of stress-relieving and relaxing essential oils that help to reduce tension. I know for me, this is one of my favorites. It is with me all the time. It might be an important part of a daily health regimen and promote wellness. It combines lime, vanilla, and you can so smell the delicious vanilla, COPAIBA, lavender, ocotea, and cedarwood. Just an amazing oil. This is a supplement, so you can add 2 drops of water as needed. It's also topical. You can shake it and apply it generously on your wrist, back of the neck, anywhere you would desire, and aromatic. So you can diffuse that for 1 hour, 3 times a day. And I'm going to throw a little quick vivid out here. This is one of those oils that right now is listed as all 3. It used to be most of our oils were listed as all 3, but because we're making some changes so that we can make sure we're speaking exactly how we're supposed to, the FDA has requested that we have to choose one or the other. It either has to be a dietary, topical, or aromatic, because in their head, they don't understand how we could like take blush or lipstick, which is a topical, and then eat the blush or lipstick. So they're asking Young Living to bring that either one or the other, and that's what Young Living is working on right now. So this is a great example of that because it's listed as all 3 and will probably change to be one or the other, but it is still the exact same oil. We have not changed our formulations. No matter what you see on any of the oils, as those labels change, that's the reason why that's happening. So it's an exciting change, but a little bit confusing in the beginning. Then we've got tea tree. Tea tree is our Melaleuca ultrifolio, and this one can be used to cleanse and refresh your skin. It has a beautiful, uplifting, and fresh, distinctive smell. It helps to maintain healthy looking hair and scalp. It reduces the appearance of blemishes. And this can be applied 2 to 4 times directly, 2 to 4 drops rather, directly on the desired area. So if you were working with blemishes, this is one that you could just apply, rub it in your hands and apply it on location. If any oil you ever apply to the skin seems to get a little bit warm, you can just use some V6 or a vegetable oil, and you can just rub that on top of it, and that will cool it right off for you. It helps to dilute that. Then we've got Citrus Fresh. Citrus Fresh, when diffused, creates a clean, fresh scent in any environment. It can be worn topically as a perfume or a cologne to refresh and inspire. It maintains the appearance of healthy, toned skin and helps beautify the skin. Who's up for some beautiful skin? I'm all good with that. This one is a topical. You can dilute 1 drop with V6, but I do want to say real quick here, it is topical, but anytime you work with an oil that is a citrus oil, so the lemon we talked about, orange, lime, you always want to be really cautious that when you go in the sun, you don't put any of those citrus oils directly on your skin where the sun will hit it, because it kind of magnifies the sunlight and it can actually cause burning. So you can use your Citrus Fresh anywhere the sun doesn't shine, so you can apply it that way. And you can also, on the oils that you're allowed to consume, like your lemon or any of the other ones that are edible, you can use those, put those in the water and drink them, and they won't affect the sun that way. So keep that, think about that. Diffusing Citrus Fresh 1 hour, 3 times a day. And then it's also a beautiful blend. It has orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, and spearmint essential oil. This is a delicious, amazing oil. You're going to be glad that you can just add that to your water and drink it. Then we have COPAIBA. COPAIBA is a beautiful oil that comes from South America. It supports the body's natural response to injury and irritation. So this is going to be your go-to if you overworked, you did too much, and you just need a little bit of love and support. This is going to help with those injuries. It also helps, it's used to aid digestion, and it promotes overall wellness. This is a part of your daily health regimen. This includes the naturally occurring constituents, remember parts and pieces, beta-caryophyllene and alpha-humulene. This is a dietary supplement, so you can put 2 drops in a capsule. You don't even have to use a capsule. You can eat that any way that you choose to. So you can put a couple drops in your water. You can put it, like I said, cereal, foods, dressings. You can just learn to enjoy it that way. Digest. Digest is another oil that you might get. It can be taken with Essential Zyme 4 to support a wellness regime. Now, understand, Essential Zyme 4 is not what I'm going to get into, kind of like the Ninja Red, but it is a glorious and amazing product. So you can just type that into Young Living's product search bar, and it will bring that up and tell you all about it. It's perfect as a dietary supplement in water when you're traveling abroad. So make sure you take this when you head down to places like Mexico. It contains fennel, the use of which dates all the way back to ancient Egypt. It's a blend of ginger, anise, fennel, peppermint, tarragon, lemongrass, patchouli, and juniper essential oils. And this one is a dietary and topical at this time. So dietary means that you can put it in anything, in a capsule, whatever, but you can also rub it on. So if you're having needing that when you're traveling abroad, you could take a couple drops under your tongue. You could also rub it directly on the belly. So that is our DiGize. Then we have Aroma Ease. Aroma Ease is a newer oil, and it's kind of fun to play with. It has a clean, nurturing aroma. It provides a comforting aroma when applied up on the neck and chest, and you can diffuse it to create a calm and relaxing aromatic environment. It's a comforting blend of peppermint, spearmint, ginger, cardamom, and fennel essential oil. So you can just imagine how delicious that oil smells. This is a topical and an aromatic. So topically, you can use 1 drop with 1 drop of V6, and you can apply it anywhere on the body. Then aromatically, you can diffuse that for up to 30 minutes 3 times a day, and then all the different ways we talked about that you can use anything that you can eat or that you can put on topically. Then we have lemongrass. Lemongrass smells like a really spicy lemon. I adore the smell of lemongrass. And lemongrass may support the digestive system. It supports overall well-being. It enhances the flavor of water and foods. But I will give you a heads up. For some people, when they try to eat lemongrass, it can be really, really warm. So it looks, lemongrass, when it grows, lemongrass looks a lot like chives, and you would chop it up and put it in a dressing. But with the lemongrass essential oil, remember, it takes 75 lemons to make 15 ml of lemon oil. So it's really concentrated. So if I were going to use it and eat it, like in my food, I would probably use a toothpick and put that in the bottle and then swish that through whatever I was going to use it in. You can also use it as a dietary supplement by putting 1 drop and 1 drop of V6 in a capsule. And it says you can take that up to 3 times daily or as needed, whatever you feel is best for you. Then we have RC. RC is an oil that you can rub on your feet or your chest before exercising to uplift and inspire. You can diffuse it to create a really comforting aroma. You can put 3 drops on your feet right before bed. It's a very soothing blend of 3 different types of eucalyptus. We're all really familiar with one that's called Eucalyptus globulus. That's the scent that you would smell in like a vapor rub. And this one has 3 different types of eucalyptus. Plus it has myrtle, marjoram, pine, lavender, cypress, black spruce, and peppermint essential oils. This really has that strength behind it with those eucalyptus as well. And this also, it's a topical. So you could mix that with some V6 and rub that on like you would any other vapor rub. You could also rub it to any other area that you choose to use. You can use it aromatically, so you could just turn it on, put the diffuser on, have that diffuse 3 times a day for 30 minutes. It's a beautiful way to go. Any way that you want to use it is just perfect. Then we've got the orange essential oil. Orange has the same compound that we were talking about in our lemon and our citrus fresh. That is a limonene. It's an important ingredient in our Ninja Red and in the ImmuPro. It enhances the flavor of the food and water that you put it with. And you can also not just, adding it to tea and stuff, you can again put that in a capsule and take more of it if you chose to. In addition to our essential oils, because that's kind of a basic rundown of some of our favorite oils, we have oil-infused products. So we're talking shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, mouthwash, the things that you're using on a regular basis. The oils are added back into them with Young Living. Same thing with our supplements. So when you're looking at our meal replacements like Balance Complete, Power Meal, Sleek Essence, Ninja Red, we have added those oils in. So our OmegaGize, which is our good healthy fat, our Life 5, which is that good flora we're supposed to have. Each and every one of those, we have infused the oils into them. So you're getting those layered on your body from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. And if your diffuser's going, it's even hitting you all night long. So love it. You're going to fall in love with your oils, and share it. Love it and share it. Don't keep this a secret. Let other people know that they deserve the same vitality and energy that we have working with Young Living essential oils, and then repeat. Don't let it stop with you. Don't let it stop with your friend. Just continue. Love it, share it, repeat. I love that. So to become a YL member, first, if you're ready to get started with Young Living, please contact the person who sent you this link. That person thought enough of you to say, hey, I want my friend to hear this. I want him to see it. Or they posted it on their Facebook, Twitter, whatever they put it on that you found this. Get back with them, even if you don't know them. send them a message, shoot a message and say, hey, I watched the video you had on your XYZ, and I would love to partner with you. When you become a member with Young Living, you get a phenomenal, generous compensation. So we give back to you. You share it with other people, and we turn around and we bless you right back. You also get wholesale pricing, which is 24% off the retail price. You get a phenomenal program called Essential Rewards. I'm going to tell you about that in just one second. You get exclusive experiences. You get the community. Young Living is a family. It's a lifestyle, and you get to be a part of it. You get a ton of education. You get recognition. There's so many amazing things about being a member with Young Living. And that Essential Rewards program that I just mentioned, this is a deal where you're going to fall in love with these products. And when you run out, actually, when you get your catalog, when you get your kit, go through the catalog, read the description, circle the ones that you think apply to you, and put those on your wish list. And then the next time you place an order, I want you to find the button that says Essential Rewards, because what's going to happen is you're going to place your order under the Essential Rewards, and Young Living is going to say thank you in a couple of different ways. For the first 6 months that you are on Essential Rewards, Young Living is going to take 10% of everything you order and put it into an account that you can use to get free product. I'm all about free stuff. I love it. We also get cheaper shipping. I love discounted shipping. That's one of the things that we get as an Essential Rewards member. And we also get exclusive bonuses every single month. Young Living runs different specials. You'll see an email that comes out, or you can go right on the website and it will say, if you spend $180, you're going to get this, and this for free. And it's so exciting because you might have already been at 140, but for 40 bucks more, if you do that, you can get another 60, 80, 70. It doesn't, I don't even know. It's always different. Special things. And some of those things are only for people that are a part of the Essential Rewards program. And then you get longevity. If you do it for 7 to 12 months, you get 15% back in an account. If you do it for over a year, for the rest of the time when you order, you get 20% of everything you order put into an account that you can just flip through the catalog, pick what you want, and be able to order that. There's a few things you can't get, but for the most part, this is a phenomenal, amazing program, and it's just Young Living's way of saying thank you. Thank you for being a part. Thank you for telling other people. Thank you for sharing. And I want you to know this is your life. This is your health. You need to be empowered. You care more about what happens to you and your family than anybody else ever could. Young Living is a lifestyle. It's changing people's lives, and we would love for you to partner with us. If you're ready to get started with Young Living, contact the person who sent you this link. And then one last thing, I want you to know that we have all kinds of different places you can go for research. You can study for yourself. You can type the oils in. You can go online to like Amazon.com, Kindle.com for those of you who like to just hear the stuff. There's also LifeSciencePublishers.com, and they have all kinds of different guides that can help you on your journey on what you need to do and how to use the oils. And you could just start to research on what you want to do for you and your health. We have slides and recordings of this exact webinar. Those are on our website, Shannon Hudson, that's my name, YL.com, and everything that's on that website is free for anybody to use, anybody to share. And if you want to learn more and you're ready to learn on the next system, what we teach is every single week. There's probably webinars up there right now that you can go to, and you can look on the different systems. You can learn about the digestive system and how it works, and how our vascular system works, and all the different parts of the body, how they work, what they need. And we would love to partner and work with and educate you in your Young Living journey. God bless and have an amazing evening.